We continue to follow the United States strike on Iran, with a retaliation coming this morning with an Iranian missile attack on Americans at the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. Joining us now, fresh off of her flight back to Washington, D.C., is Representative Jill Tokuda, who's also a member of the Armed Services Committee. Aloha, good morning, Representative. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, good morning.
So we did have this breaking news this morning of this new Iranian attack. Do you have any information that you've been briefed with so far?
You know, not yet. Literally getting everything straight off the news, just like everyone else is. I'm glad to hear that those strikes on Qatar were intercepted. Again, you know, the safety of our men and women are first and foremost in our minds right now.
So we also did see this weekend President Trump, he ran on his platform as an anti-war president, but he did float the idea of regime change on his social media post. What do you make of that idea?
Well, you know, any talk of regime change is only going to escalate an already very tense situation. When you start threatening them with those kinds of words or suggestive phrases, you're really going to back them into a corner, leaving no other option other than to retaliate, right? Then to pursue more aggressive actions. And so we really, again, diplomacy needs to be the answer. And I think even within the administration, you hear Vance, you hear Rubio, you hear Hegseth, all saying we're not talking about regime change. We were simply talking about the potential for nuclear weapons. And then you have a president who posts on social or who make a comment about potential regime change. This kind of erratic behavior, it leaves too much room for misperceptions and you know, from both allies and adversaries that could be very dangerous in the time we're in.
Speaking of that threat of nuclear weapons, there's a lot of questions whether Iran was close or is close to building a nuclear weapon. What do you view that risk to be right now?
You know, I think we all agree on one thing. Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. I think we all 100% agree. I don't care what side of the aisle on. That is, you know, a must. That being said, just a few months ago, the intelligence community, the people we rely on, our assets on the field and in the ground, said that there was no evidence that Iran was resuming, you know, their building, their capabilities in any particular way. Yes, there was enriched uranium that was being, you know, stockpiled, but no evidence from the intelligence community that they were actively seeking to build nuclear weapons. We have to rely on these individuals to give us the best information so we make sound judgment. And we do know that this is a president who is very wary, very suspicious of the intelligence community. But that has always been the backbone for us to make sure we're making the right decisions, given that every little bit of information could make the difference between a prolonged engagement or the right move to take out something that could be a threat to America.
There is some reporting coming out of the New York Times this morning that due to the telegraphed nature of these strikes that we had in Iran, that they could have moved some of their nuclear facilities into different locations. What effect do you think these strikes had?
You know, right now, well, first and foremost, the strikes on Iran really, to me, set back the potential for a diplomatic solution in the Middle East. That ultimately was what we all were hoping for. At one point last week, we thought that was actually what the president was also seeking to do by giving some time for European leaders and others to sit at tables and try to work this out. So the strikes itself, my biggest concern is what it's done for diplomacy and how people trust and view America throughout the world. I think that is critically important, is our reputation, our ability to be able to negotiate towards peace. Again, what this president says he wants. And we have to remember now, this is the same president that walked away from a very hard fought, long fought, you know, agreement, negotiated agreement that came about in 2015. And when he came into office, he scrapped that, ripped that apart, do better, never did. And here we are in this situation today.